Simon & Schuster Audio presents Erasing History: How Fascists Rewrite the Past to Control the Future by Jason Stanley. Narrated by Dion Graham. Preface. The Soviet system never commemorated the Holocaust. One reason for this is that once you define and identify one genocide, you can recognize other genocidal crimes. The Soviet Empire didn't want us to learn our history. Victoria Emilini. Nothing bad has ever happened. One lesson the past century has taught us is that authoritarian regimes often find history profoundly threatening. At every opportunity, these regimes find ways of erasing or concealing history in order to consolidate their power. Why is this? What does history do that is so disruptive of authoritarian goals? Perhaps most importantly, it provides multiple perspectives on the past. Authoritarianism's great rival, democracy, requires the recognition of a shared reality that consists of multiple perspectives. Through exposure to multiple perspectives, citizens learn to regard one another as equal contributors to a national narrative. And we learn, to accept that this narrative is open to continued collective reflection and reimagination, constantly taking into account new ideas, new evidence, new perspectives, and theoretical framings. History in a democracy is not static, not mythic, but dynamic and critical. Erasing history helps authoritarians because doing so allows them to misrepresent it as a single story, a single perspective. But it is impossible to erase a perspective entirely. When authoritarians attempt to erase history, they do so through education, by purging certain narratives from the curricula taught in schools, and perhaps by forbidding their telling at home. However, authoritarians cannot erase people's lived experiences and their legacies written into the bones of generations. In this simple fact lies always the possibility of reclaiming lost perspectives. All of this is true of authoritarianism generally, but it is especially true of one specific kind of authoritarian ideology: fascism, which seeks to divide populations into us and them by appealing to ethnic, racial, or religious differences. In my previous book, How Fascism Works, The Politics of Us and Them, I identified a set of tactics that characterize fascist politics, which include the creation of a mythic past, the use of propaganda and anti-intellectualism to create a state of unreality, an effort to justify hierarchies of race or religion, the exploitation of feelings of resentment.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?